Hey, it's me, Jeff, the SP Spaz, here in the morning again, going to work. And last time, I talked a little bit about advantages that I had when it came to dieting or losing weight that maybe some people don't have, such as enjoying drinking water and not drinking alcohol, things like that. Um, so, what are some of the disadvantages that I had when it came time to try to lose weight, lose fat? Um, well, I also said one of the advantages I didn't do that like emotional eating or depressed eating or whatever. But I have many times in my life associated food with certain activities or events. Some of that was kind of programmed into me as a child, and some probably came along later. But like I said, I didn't drink alcohol, so I didn't have like I've got to drink beer with football, but I did drink soda, which is just as fattening, really, when you don't exercise and burn the calories off. Um, it's more so, I think, because there's more sugar. Um, so I had that disadvantage. I think just metabolism wise, whatever reason, I've always had the kind of body that definitely stores fat easily, or holds on to belly fat. Like as soon as I got it as a kid, it wanted to hold on to it, and still to this day, I have it, just less than I used to. Um, just talking to my son about that last night because he's 20 and has not ever developed any of that visceral fat the way I did. So he doesn't have that experience of the body trying to desperately hold on to the belly fat. So I was like, yeah, hold on to that as long as you can, because if you have one of those bodies that just burns off stuff and doesn't store fat, then by all means try to keep it that way. Because as you get older, it gets harder and harder to lose once you have it. Um, but yeah, I associated things like watching sports, watching movies, that kind of stuff, with consuming large quantities of soda, chips and dip, pizza, that kind of stuff. Um, so, some people would say that's not a disadvantage in some ways, because they're like, oh, you're having these tasty snacks and foods and stuff. But it is in the sense that I like those things. I feel like the experience isn't quite complete without that kind of stuff. So even now, when I'm doing this alternate day fasting thing, for instance, this week, Saturday will be a diet day for me, which means, I'm shooting for somewhere in the area of 600 calories for the entire day. Saturday, well, I'm going to, like most Saturdays in the fall, be watching plenty of college football on Saturday. So my instinct is to, eat chips and dip and pizza and, drink soda. And I'm not going to do any of that this Saturday. So it can be tough sometimes because, like I said, that's, my association is that's what that goes with this. That's part of the experience. But of course, what I had to realize is it doesn't have to be. There's alternatives and ways to, disassociate or make this not have to be accompanied with those particular things. It's not necessary, but that was something I had to overcome. The soda thing. People talk about like carb addiction or sugar addiction. I really don't think I had that. I think now I have enough evidence to show me that because now I'm doing alternate day fasting where I don't restrict the macronutrients on the days I do eat more calories, and it hasn't triggered anything in me. I don't feel like I don't get these strong like sugar cravings and stuff that I have to. So I really don't think that I was ever actually addicted to sugar which is good. Again, that would go in the advantages category uh, rather than disadvantages. But the disadvantage part is that uh, that I really like soda, for instance, Pepsi and Dr Pepper and stuff like that. And I used to go through a ton of it. On a football weekend, I could go through a whole 12-pack case easy. Um, and when I would go out to eat, uh, I would have multiple refills of soda, and so I got used to just that being a regular thing. So having to cut way back to on the soda, having it once a week or even less than that, was a little tough. I probably should have. I'm doing this in the morning. I probably should have, come up with some kind of quick outline or something because it's harder for me to think in the morning. So I'm not thinking of as many of the, disadvantages that I was talking about. I guess another one could be a social aspect because I talked about emotional stuff last time. When it comes to the exercise side of things, I do not. I'm very self-conscious about my body and have no desire to go to a public gym and work out with a bunch of other people seeing me. So that, I guess you could say, is a disadvantage of the people that enjoy those type of situations. And again, I am an extrovert in a cognitive sense, and I do like being around people, but the situation has to be comfortable and in a way I can engage with people, not just being in the presence of people, especially in the presence of people who I don't know and I feel like are looking at me and judging me. That's an uncomfortable thing. So that could be a disadvantage on the exercise side. And I guess on the dieting side too, in the sense it's sort of in reverse. I enjoy eating out with people. So it's hard for me to say no if I'm invited to eat out. It's hard for me to not want to take other people out. And when you do that, you can go to a lot of places with an abundance of high calorie foods that are gonna that are both high in fat and carbs and are going to derail certain diet plans, and in general not be real great for your body if you continue to consume that kind of stuff every day, especially in large quantities. Um, so that could be another disadvantage. And if I think of any more, I'll be sure to follow up, and add more to this. But now I've arrived at work, so got to wrap this up for now. But thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't already, and see you next time.